the most important. No? Active site is the most important. Now, just 5, so for example, just 5 amino acids participate in the active sites in more than 65% of the enzyme studies today. No? Like for example, kani. No? 5 are kani nga mga amino acids. Kani, very active sila. 65% are participating. Okay. Now, 4 of these amino acids have either acidic or basic side chains. So they are very good with this acidic or basic side chains. Okay. Now, this is the picture of the how chemical reaction is done with or without energy. Now, in order to start a reaction, there should be an addition of activation energy, or we call that energy of activation to start a reaction. Now, say for example, muna itong reactants, muna itong products. For this reactant, to go for chemical reaction or to progress, or for the chemical reaction to occur, now there should be activation energy. Now, this energy is the energy needed to start a reaction. Kung saan ba pangkati, katihan sa siya. Tubilan sa og energy. Para nga muandar. Are you with me? Okay. So we call that as activation energy. Now sometimes we call that mga threshold of activation. When we say threshold of activation, this is the amount of energy necessary for a reaction to start. Now, say for example, primero pa ni mo na saktan. First pa lang. Sakit, tsaka sa nga tanan. Say, first ni mo nga boyfriend or girlfriend. Dahil, kuha na dahil sa imuha. Nag-betray. Nag-betray na dahil sa imuha. So, sakit, di ba? Sakit kay na. Bago pa lang ganing mo, napoy lahi. Okay? So, nag-betray. So, bulag na sa mo. Now, another na po. Betray na gihapon. Another na po. So, pagkadugayan, dili na kay kasakitan. Imo ang threshold of activation is getting higher. Higher and higher. So, dili na kayo ma-expect na kaakali ko. Ano po niya? Sige na lang. Hindi na kayo ka-serious. So, taas na yung threshold of activation. Hindi na kayo ka-affected. So, you are increasing your activation energy, your threshold of activation. Kung magsige magkakasakitan, bisag unsa, later on, when trials come, di na kayo ka-affected. So, may taas na yung threshold of activation. Okay? Or, say for example, primero, kana siyang init. Pag init na tubig. Pag anak mo, init kaysa nga tanan. Pero later on, pag dugay-dugay, dili na kayo siya init, right? No? So, bisag maintain gapon ang temperature, you'll be used to it later on. Why? Because you have increased your threshold of activation. So, depende sa condition or sa situation. So, each of us has different threshold of activation. Muna uban, others kanang gamay lang gani, sakit na kaayo. Bisag injection lang, needle, gamay kaayo, sakit na kaayo. Ang uban, ang needle, dagko kaayo, pero dili na kayo sakitan. So, it depends on the person. Okay? Now here, for a chemical reaction to occur, or say, to produce a product, now kinahanglan activation energy. This is the energy necessary to start a reaction. Now, say for example, you have this amount of energy necessary for a chemical reaction to start. So when the chemical reaction starts, then it gradually forms product. Are you with me? You listen. Listen properly. Listen properly. Now, with this amount of activation energy, now, when this activation energy is given, then it starts now to form a product. Okay, so you have now the product formation. Now, you compare the chemical reaction with or without catalyst. Now, say for example, only ang reactant, no? Mga ma-reactants. Now, we are expecting this to form a product. Now, this one, halimbawa, this is uncatalyzed reaction. Walay catalyst. Now, take note kung walay catalyst, in ani kadako ang iyang activation energy needed to start a reaction. And of course, you can still have product formation when there is no catalyst or no enzyme at all. However, when a reaction or a chemical reaction is catalyzed, this is the amount of activation energy required to start a reaction. How would you compare? Okay. Sa catalyzed and uncatalyzed, asa mas gamay ang energy activation required? The catalyzed. So, the catalyzed reaction requires only a smaller amount of activation energy required to start a reaction to form a product. And of course, that also slows down, increases the rate of chemical reaction. So in other words, enzyme has dual effect. First, of course, it speeds up the chemical reaction, and second, it shortens the amount of activation energy to start a reaction. Get it? That is the role of the enzyme. Okay, any question here?
So shortens.
That shortens the amount of activation energy necessary to start a reaction. Okay? Okay. Now, we have here this feedback control. Now, our body consists of several chemical reactions occurring in every day. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of chemical reactions occurring every day. Now, all this must be regulated. No? Okay, so you have here feedback control. Now, what is this? It's the enzyme regulation process where the products of a series of enzyme catalyzed reactions inhibits an earlier reaction in the sequence. Now, say for example, class, we have this reactant. We have the reactant, and we are expecting this intermediate product to form. Okay, say for example, this is reactant A. When this is catalyzed, then when there is chemical reaction, then of course, this is catalyzed by the enzyme 1. And there is now an intermediate product B. But the overall class, actually, what is required by the body is the product D. However, this product D will only be formed with the presence or with this presence of these intermediate products B and C. However, this product B will not be produced without this enzyme 1. Okay, now back here. We have reactant A, which produces the product B catalyzed by the enzyme 1. Now, this product or intermediate product B, on the other hand, must be catalyzed by another enzyme or enzyme 2 to produce another intermediate product C. Now, the body needs the D. However, there should still be product C or intermediate product C that would be produced. And this has to be activated by another enzyme So you have the enzyme 3 so that there will be an ultimate product B that will be formed. So the body requires this B during, say, metabolic activities, sa metabolism. Halimbawa, mo ni ang kinahanglan ng protein. Kaning protein D ang kinahanglan for metabolic activity. However, kaning protein D will only be formed when there is C, intermediate product. And the C will only be formed when there is B. So on and so forth. Now, if there would be more of this product D, say for example, nagsi-produce ang body, no, sa product D, daghan na. So, this product D, the increased production of this product D, serves as, or say will go for feedback inhibition. So, later on, sa kadaghan na sa product D, that is a message or a signal to the hypothalamus. Oh, daghan na kain ni diri. No? Slow down. Kay daghan na kain ni, di na maato. So, ang hypothalamus na would send message to the pituitary gland, then pituitary gland to the different organs to slow down the formation of this product D. That is what we call as feedback inhibition. Okay? So we call that negative feedback or feedback inhibition. So that is